So this is the DHCP server for this side over here. Well, now I want to do a DHCP server for this computer and a computer that I'm going to place here right now. I'm going to put it here. So it means I have to create a VLAN. All right, but we will. All right, let's put it here. Boom. Boom. Well, we don't have to create a VLAN. We can just put this port here as the same VLAN. So I don't have to create the VLAN. That's called laziness. Let's just add this computer to VLAN 30. So we go to the switch, enable, COMT, interface F0/2, switch port mode access. So yes, it took it. Switch port access, VLAN 30. WR, Control Z, show VLAN brief. Let's spread it out. So now you see that VLAN 30, which is accounting, is in two separate ports, right? Two separate ports. But the computer, the servers, obviously you always want to have them static, right? But the end device is like a desktop or something like that. No, right? So get in a pipa. So we want this to be assigned automatically and this one to be assigned automatically as well. We don't want it to be static. So we need to configure a DHCP server. Now we did it last time on the switch because it was just down here. But now this is going across. So we need to do it on the router. Oh no. All right, so again, two scopes, right? We got exclusions and we have, that's the first thing we're going to do, Control C, just like we did on the switch. Right now we're on a router, layer 3, right? So we're going to do IP DHCP excluded DHCP, okay, DHCP excluded addresses. And we're going to do 192.168.20.254. And we don't have a 20.253. I don't believe so. But you know what? Let's do it the way I said, 250. So you can see how the range works out. And let's do this so you can see what I'm talking about. She says low IP address. Okay, 192.168. Let's do start 20.250 space, and then the high IP address. Okay, 192.168.20.254. So now we created a range. All right, so we're going to do the same thing, but for the 60. I mean, for the 30. Sorry, for the 30. So we're going to hit here 30, and then. So now we're doing an entire range, and hopefully it works out. All right, that's it. So you can do that as well. I like doing it the other way, but you can do this as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and do IP DHCP. Wow, DHCP CDP pool, and what's 20? I forgot what 20 was. Enable, show VLAN brief. This is sales, okay? So sales, IP CHCP pool, sales. All right, and then we're gonna say default router. That's gonna be 192.168.20.254. Cool. DNS server. That's gonna be 192.168.30.1. All right, the network, that's going to be 192.168. The network, 30.0, 255.255.255.0. Cool. Do WR, Control Z, copy, run start, enter, show start. There it is right there. Here's your exclusions, right? The ranges 20.250, 20.254 through 30.250, 30.254. All right, so those are excluded, and there's the pool name, the network, the default router, and the DNS server. Lovely. Let's create the other pool. What is the other one? I forget. This is accounting. All right, so let's go for the accounting department. All right, so we're going to config T, router. Router. Sorry. IP DHCP Pool accounting. All right, question market default router 192.168.30.254. DNS 192.168.30.1. Oh, wait a minute. We need to block that. We don't want this to be assigned to anybody. So we got to put it in our exclusions. True. So let's go back. Let's save this real quick. And let's go back and let's create an exclusion. IP DHCP excluded address 192.168 specifically .30.1, because I didn't want to put the network, because if I put the network, it'll start assigning, right? Possibly. And then that gets assigned, we're going to have a conflict. All right, so we don't want that. So that needs to be excluded as well. But let's go back into the pool, IP DHCP pool accounting, ACCT, right? That was the accounting part. Yep, pool accounting. And now we can do the network. Network 192.168.30.0, 255.255.255.0. All right, do WR. So let's verify what we did. Let's do a copy run start. Cool. So we do a show start. So we got excluded addresses. We got from 3250 to 3254, and we also got the specific one, because that's our DNS server. And then we have the network 30.0, all these addresses that you can allocate, except those. And then 20. Oh, that's wrong. That's wrong right there. Oh no, that's the sales. What about that? Did I just change the sales? I sure did, didn't I? I changed the sales. Look what I did. See how, that's why you need to verify. I changed the sales to 30. It should be 20. See? Look what I did. Messed up. That's 20. This is 30. So got to fix that. Go into the pool, sales pool, config T, IP, DHCP, pool, sales. That's what you just got to verify everything. Say no. You can just copy this. Copy. Paste. Okay. And then say network. Or you can just, no. Let's just do this. Net 192.168.20.0. 255.255.255.0. Do WR. Let's see if it took effect. Copy, run, start. Hey, I want to do things with DHCP. I always do both. All right, show IP, or show start, sorry. All right, now we got this thing straight, right? Because this is the DNS server. That's fine. That's the DNS server. The network for sales is 20, and the default router is 20.54. The network for accounting is 30, and the default gateway is 30.54. Awesome. All right. Now we got this. So let's see. And here is, I'm getting assigned to 20. All right. Lovely. And here, here, I'm not getting assigned anything. Maybe I have to, going back and forth is like a release renewal. That's probably it. No. Okay, let's fast forward 2 times. Let's fast forward. All right. No, it's failing. Why? Because, of course it's going to fail. Because it's going across a wide area network, in quotes. Okay? It's a different broadcast domain. So you need what's called an IP helper address. Okay. And where do we assign this IP helper address? Because it goes on your behalf. Because you're shooting out a broadcast where you need an IP address, right? When you want an IP address assigned to you, like, hey, you're yelling, give me a broadcast. Router says, why are you yelling at me? No. Drops the packet. So the IP helper address intercepts that yelling, that broadcast, turns into a unicast, goes on your behalf to the DHCP, right, which is that router, gets it, it knows where it's coming from, so it knows exactly what scope to pick the IP address from, gets an IP address from there, and then assigns it to you, right? So let's go into this router right here, because that's where he's the person that needs it. And where do we put it? We put it on the physical interface. Well, it has to be the interface closest to the PC, so it can get intercepted. But where do we put it? We put it on the, oh, we put it on the, no, this is the wide area network, so it's the one closest. So do we put it on the physical interface? No, there's no IP address in there. We got to put it on the sub interface. That's where the IP protocol is at. Oh, very good, very good. Config T interface G0/0/1.30 IP helper address. Oh, I gotta point it. And I point it, you just can't just say, hey, maybe it's this guy. No, you gotta tell it who it is. So that's going to be 10119. Go there. Go there. He's there, waiting for you. All right. Let's see if that's true. Let's fast forward through time. Come here. Voila. So that is IP helper address. So what do? We just plugged in this computer to here and just made it part of the VLAN 30. Came to this router because it's going across the network, right? Across the wider network. And we did two scopes, one for 20, one for 30. Did the exclusions, and now everybody's getting assigned an automatic IP address to DHCP. Cool beans. Easy stuff. IP helper address, very important. If you're doing sub interfaces, that's where you put the IP helper address. In the sub interface, close to your client that needs the IP address. Cool? Awesome. See you in the next one.